It's Q Talks again, back with another video. And today I want to explain to you guys what exactly it means to be a black swan. So we will be talking about that, and I will be explaining why I have created this space, why it exists for people like you and me. So, the term black swan is often used and referred to in philosophy or finance, and it refers to a rare, unexpected event or rare, unexpected events that shift everything, whether that is the course of nature or the course of the direction of, for example, the financial market. So there was a time when people did not know that black swans existed, right? There was a time that they were considered to be something that does not exist. So they were referred to in that way, in the way of saying, like, you know, for example, when people say, oh, when hell freezes over, it was like, oh, when a black swan is sighted. Then all of a sudden, at some point around the 17th century, I believe, in Australia, black swans were indeed discovered and sighted. This changed the course of people's understanding and reference of that term. It was something that was once considered impossible that now was possible and very real. I see being a black swan as being someone who doesn't fit in, not because they don't want to, but because they were never intended to. A black swan is someone who shifts the narrative simply by existing. So, what does it mean in your personal life being a black swan? You are often misunderstood, underestimated, seen as too independent, too sensitive, or too much. You might be the first person in your family who has chosen to step off the beaten path and do things differently, or not follow the laid out traditions, the laid out way of life. I truly believe that if you are a black swan as well, you will have faced some really challenging and defining moments in your life. And oftentimes, the way you will really know is that you have faced these things alone. You have faced them and overcome them, usually alone. Being a black swan doesn't mean you were lost, it means you were on a journey of becoming. You weren't different, you were actually ahead. This community that I'm building is a space for black swans. The people who don't feel at home anywhere but are still determined to build something that feels true to them. So, this isn't about perfection, this isn't a journey of being perfect. It's about being honest, about healing and reclaiming what it means to live this life and defining it on our own terms while we openly and honestly reflect on that together. The type of content that I want to have here and that I will be sharing here are personal stories, emotional insights as well, and practical advice for navigating life as the outsider. I would also like us to have community conversations here. So it's either going to be topics that we may have decided to discuss together, or maybe something that somebody has sent in that I am answering or providing advice or another perspective on. If anything that we spoke about today made you feel seen, you are welcome, okay? And you are not alone. It is not too late. You are right on time, exactly where you need to be. I would love you guys to comment if you feel called and share your own idea or story of why you relate to being a black swan or how you can see yourself fitting the definition. You can also just like this, share this with anyone you think may benefit from the video, or just take time to reflect on what we discussed today. This space is a mirror and it is a home for anyone who's ever had to grow alone, who's had to question everything or create themselves from scratch. More videos will be coming soon. I will have a podcast launching, and I will be building this community, this space that you may have been looking or searching for. You are here, look no further. We are going to be on this journey together. This is the beginning of the Black Swan Theory, and I am so grateful to have you here.